What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another episode of TOLTM Conversations with Dr. Eve. Super excited to be above the ground this morning. Not my full and best self, but I nevertheless I have God is instilled in the building. He is still doing his mighty work, and I'm super excited to be here with you all. And today we are talking about what's this week in agriculture, what U.S. news means for homesteaders and community growers. It's exciting to be informative, to know what is happening in the world and how to respond to these things as we prepare for our sustainable living. That is the goal. Sustainable living. We are redefining well being as the highest form of wellness, the highest form, right? And when we can't get it from others, we work together as communities. And so I'm excited to be back here before you again to share another message. And let's just go ahead and dive right into it. If you happen to have stumbled upon the live, please like and subscribe as I come here to bring um, information to the community that we as growers in the agriculture homesteaders will have, adequate information about what's happening in the U.S., right? And what we can do to mitigate anything that is not in our favor. So, again, if you are here on the live, thank you. If you're here in the aftermath and you would like to make a comment, comment below. I will be checking the comments. If you're here and you come on live, tell me where you're coming from. And yeah, leave your messages in the chat. I am watching the chat. If you have any questions for me, I will answer them after I share with you what's in the news today, everyone. It's April 1st. And I've never been a big proponent of April Fool's Day, baby. I don't play. But what I do know is that this morning, let me just, before we get into this, let me tell you that I woke up to try and go out to see the chickens this morning, and there was the biggest mosquito on my door, and it gripped that wood and it stayed there. And I tried taking pictures of it. I shared with my husband. I was like, baby, there is a mosquito the size of Mount Everest on this door. Do not use this entrance. I was so serious because for those of you who don't know, there's going to be a huge outbreak of malaria in the US. Mosquitoes are going to be carrying this dangerous illness, or should we say disease, that will make you ill. So you have to make sure that you are taking the necessary precautions to make sure that you are not exposing yourself to them, and that you are taking the necessary actions around your home, in your garden, and all the things, because they will be pesty. And when I went out today, let me tell you, I put on my battle gear. Like, I remember going to Africa in August of last year, and I bought things that, hey, I got on, look, I have on my sleeves, I have on, my shirt, my scarf, nothing's gonna bite me in my head, I'm gonna wrap this neck, I have on socks, the whole 9 yards. Just protect yourself in this time. Nakedness will be a downfall for many. So I encourage you to put on some clothes, put on some clothes this year, because there will not be enough medicine to care for those who are contract this illness. Just because it's going to be a high rise of it. Well, let's just dive right into this week's message in agriculture, what US news means for homesteaders and community growers. As we step into a new quarter of 2025, several national headlines are shaping the future of agriculture. And they may deeply for those of us cultivating a homegrown economy rooted in sustainability, self reliance, and community well being. Whether you're managing a homestead, launching a food co op, or growing a community supported agri-hood, here's what you need to know from this week's news cycle. Number one, the USDA canceled 1 billion in local food program funding in a quiet but powerful policy shift. The USDA has ended programs that once empowered schools and food banks to buy directly from local farmers. For homesteaders and small growers, this signals a contraction in one of the few government backed avenues that supported local food ecosystems. What does this mean for you and I? Now more than ever, we must build independent local food distribution networks. This is called CSA programs. It looks like CSA programs, farm stands, co ops, and local markets that don't rely on federal trickle down. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that when I get to the end of this episode. Next in the news is trade wars. They're heating up. The tariffs shake farmer confidence. And with the administration ramping up tariffs on imports from China, Mexico, and Europe, we're seeking direct retaliation against American farmers. Export instability adds another layer of financial uncertainty, especially for those relying on broader markets. What's the takeaway for us as homesteaders? Focus on hyper local economies. What you grow, trade, or sell within your zip code. Diversify not just your crops, but also your income streams through your educational services, herbal products, value added goods, or agritourism. All the things that I'm creating here on the estates and Farm SC. So it's exciting, to know what solutions we have because we never want to talk about a problem without presenting a solution. Of course, the bird flu, the biosecurity wake up call, the bird flu continues to decimate poultry farms, and homesteaders are not exempt. So be ever so mindful about your birds. I watch my birds, their activity. I got one bird that's still doing liquid like eggs. I don't know whether it's because she's still immature, new at laying. She's not laying every day, so that could be a really good indicator that it's her level of maturity. But it also could be calcium deficiency. Could be a number of things. So I am really monitoring what's happening in the coop because I don't want it to affect my other babies. If it continues, I'm going to probably remove her now that I've identified which one it is, because I watch who's laying and who is it. Then I'll remove her and put her in a separate area until she is doing and has matured and grown up and is doing laying eggs the way they should be. In this case, with this serious biosecurity, you need to secure your coops with double fencing because baby, that the hawks are coming, the birds are coming, they're everywhere. Limit external access to your poultry, right? And you want to sanitize equipment regularly. Knowledge is power. Share it with others in your homesteading community. Now, let's talk about these cage free egg laws delayed. Cage free egg laws have been delayed. Due to the national egg shortages, states like Arizona have developed enforcing cage free egg laws until 2034. So you better check the laws within your community so you know what's happening. You may even be able to offer in your community, if you are a homesteader and a grower, you know, may be able to modify and assist with this issue. While this move may help stabilize supply, it also raises ethical concerns and market confusion. Your advantage is if you're raising chickens ethically and marketing cage free or pasture raised eggs, lean into your values. Transparency and storytelling will differentiate your brand from industrial models. We are not the same. On a bright spot, new CSA program launches in the Midwest and all over the country. Communities are doing this. In Illinois, a newly launched community supported agricultural program is pairing nutrition access, I love this, with employment and economic development. It's a reminder that our model works when rooted in people, not just profit. Excuse me. What's the opportunity for you? Model your vision on what works. Consider forming CSA hubs, shared garden networks, or mobile farm stands, especially in food deserts and rural towns. Now, I actually absolutely love this one. For those of you who are not aware, NCBWR, National Coalition of Black Women Rising, has taken on this model for community supported agriculture. We have we are breaking the ground on our shared garden in our community. We are developing networks within our community and within our garden community and our mobile farm stands. Like I ordered my first mobile farm stand, but I'm launching. I want an even bigger one. So a lot is in the pipelines. We just received our soil, identify where we're going to place our garden. Notifications are going out to our community members. Few already aware of it because we will need volunteers to help us to maintain the garden. That is the biggest thing, is to be within communities where you can serve. If you are on a corner lot, which I am on a corner lot, and I love that for me because it leaves room and space for me to be able to offer that space for community. Okay, so my final thoughts is prepare for self-reliant sovereignty. Excuse me, everyone. This week's headlines tell a clear story. Federal systems are pulling back, but local systems are rising up. For those of us building homesteading and community agriculture networks, this is our cue to take the lead in designing regenerative farm food systems, reclaiming food sovereignty, building collective land ownership, investing in our intergenerational future. If you are preparing to elevate in homesteading or community agriculture, let's talk about how to secure land, align with your regenerative values, and design a lifestyle that supports total well being. Some ways that you can do that is you want to make sure that if you are looking to buy agricultural land, considering professional consultation is essential for making informed and strategic decisions. Here's what you should evaluate relative to each point. Consult with an agricultural expert or land assessment professional. You want to be looking at your soil quality and suitability, zoning and land use regulations, your water rights and irrigation, climate consideration, pests and disease risk. Two, you want to go ahead and schedule an on site evaluation if necessary. You're going to be looking at topography and accessibility, infrastructure assessment, environmental impact, boundaries, and survey. Number three, discuss financing, sustainable practices, and long term development plans. Financing options, sustainability goals, your business planning, and scalability. We are here to support what you are doing. You have a tailored focus on, we can help you tailor your focus to holistic land use, food sovereignty and security, and cultural relevance. Schedule an on site evaluation about your livability and self sufficiency, community infrastructure potential, and your natural resources. I can't tell you how important it is to really have a checklist when you are looking at, buying into or preparing. Do I have what I need? Many things you do not have to go to the store to buy. Your natural, your leaves, your pine cones, your pine straw, all these things. If you are in a community or have land that has trees and all these things, then you have a lot of rich natural resources. Three, you want to we can discuss your financing, sustainability, and your long-term vision. We're going to tailor that to group ownership and cooperative models, grants and support for homesteading, agrihoods, and sustainable systems integration. I am truly excited to help you tailor that land, to tailor your checklist to what's going to be good for you. We are super excited about what's next in the homesteading and gardening community. And if you would like a check in with us, a quick assessment, your assessment could lead to a 90-day action plan. In either case, your assessment would go towards your action plan. We're here to take the steps to see what's necessary at first and then develop a plan. You never want to jump in this, you want to make sure that you have what you need. So assessment is critical, followed by a plan of what's next for you in your zone, in your zip code, in your climate, all of these things. Because really, in all honesty, climate matters more than your zone. We are subtropical here in North Carolina, Greenville. So I focus on things that grow in a subtropical community. So things are shifting, the air is shifting, the climate is shifting. So my zone is also shifting. And so I am just delighted to be here with you. And for those of you who are growing, keep growing, growing, and growing. Let's grow food and not grass. Your family matters. Our families matter. Your children, we all matter. And believe it or not, it's really up to us. Until